We're back at it again with another video. Welcome or welcome back. And if you're ready for today's video, keep on watching. Mwah! To continue with this video, you already know the drill. I would love for you to be part of the Stephiglam or us fam. So go down below and click the little red button so you can become part of it. A full-on tutorial on this makeup look I created for Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving. We have a lot of orangey, we have a lot of browns, warm tones, some glitter, sparkles, and if you are ready, let's do this. Yes, I'm ready. Are you ready to do this Thanksgiving glam? And we're gonna start from zero, baby. We're gonna do everything together. I'm excited. First things first, we have to prep this face. I am so dry, bro. It's not even funny. This Accutane is getting on my last nerve. It is definitely clearing on my face. Look how clear it's looking. But this baby been saving my ass from not getting any drier than what I am right now. No, hold up. Before we go in with the moisturizing cream, we have to go with the toner. And I'm going to be using this one from La Mer, whatever I have left. Nothing really. I recommend you this toner if you have dry skin. It really adds some nice hydration to your face. I think it's so funny that it doesn't matter how much you clean your skin, you always going to have something left over. And you're gonna realize it when you apply the toner. Nice, I just realized that I ran out. This is how much I love this cream. I don't even know what number bottle is this. I lost count, but I be using these little mini ones. I have a bunch. They be giving them for promotions at Sephora, and I recommend you to, every time you see them, snatch them. See that a little bit goes a long way. I love how yummy this cream feels on dry skin. I'm gonna apply my eye cream. You already know it's this one from Sunday Risley, and let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Let me apply it in this eye first. I like to apply whatever I have left over on my lid. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to peep it from there, but I already applied my eye cream in this eye and not in this one. Do you see how instantly it got a little brighter? This cream is good. My lips are so dry. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to peep it from there, but I already applied my eye cream here and not in this eye. Do you see how instantly brightened my under eye? This cream is good. Let's apply a little bit of this CBD oil from Lord Jones. This oil, it is one of the best ones. You know, sometimes we burn ourselves with the iron or whatever. If that happens, you apply a little bit of this oil overnight and it helps the burn so much. This oil, it's a little thicker, so I recommend it if you have a dry skin. And while you add it, do a little bit of lymphatic massages up and then down towards your neck. This is gonna help eliminate all that extra fluid that we definitely don't need. We're trying to look popping, baby. We can't forget the sunscreen. If I forget this SPF, I have a couple of babes breathing down my neck, and that's going to be a dilemma. It's called Elta MD Skincare. It's recommended by my dermatologist. I'm gonna try to link it down below. This SPF, it's really good. You only need a little bit, but you see how it's tinted? And it's literally, look, one of the best tinted sunscreen that I have tried. Look how nice it blends on the skin, and look, it completely disappears. See that? I just checked, it's like $30-something and you can buy it off the Elta site, and a little bit goes a long way. It doesn't feel like sunscreen like at all. It literally feels like you're applying a cream. It doesn't leave, you know, white cast, and under makeup it's fire. And I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. This is like the first thing that I was supposed to do. My lips are so dry and dusty. You see this? Like I was exfoliating them last night, and because my skin is so sensitive, look, no, I got this little thing right there. Fuck. I'm gonna be using this lip scrub from Tilbury. I like it. it's just really gentle. Like, this doesn't really feel like a scrub, but I just like the after feeling of it because it does leave your lips feeling really smooth. This is not edible. I wish it was. My favorite lip scrub, it is the one from Jeffree Star. That one is edible. It tastes good, like strawberries, and it's thicker than this one, so when you're using it, it does feel like it's taking all that skin out. We're gonna remove this. I'm gonna be using this gloss from Tower 28. This gloss is really yummy. I just love that it doesn't really feel like gloss. It feels more like oil. Look at that. The key to a beautiful, flawless, and non-cakey foundation full of makeup is this. Everything I just did right now. You have to do all that step by step. If you don't, your foundation is going to get cakey, your under eye is going to look crazy, and your whole makeup is going to look fucked up. I'm having a dilemma right now. I put out these two foundations, Valentino and Tom Ford. It's Thanksgiving, baby. Well, not right now, but in a couple of days. And for that special event, we have to use our favorite makeup. I just don't know which one to use. I wish you could tell me. I think this one is calling my name. I'm leaning more towards this one from Tom Ford. Let's use this one. I'm not going to be using color corrector. Well, not a lot. But if you do have a little something that you have to cover, something like this little pimple, a little bit more hyperpigmentation, I really recommend you this color corrector from Tilbury. All I do is just grab it with my finger and I place it wherever I need the little extra cover. I'm gonna be applying one pump. And then you just go right in with your foundation right on top of the color corrector. And look how pretty it corrects. Blending your foundation with a brush, I don't like to go in all crazy and start blending. I like to start right here next to my nose and blend it up in little patting motions. Look at this brush. It goes through edges like heaven. I don't feel like I need more coverage, but if you do need a little bit of extra coverage, just grab a little bit more of a foundation, and don't apply foundation in your whole entire face. Only apply foundation wherever you need the little bit of extra coverage, like right here and right here. I'm gonna be using my Tom Ford concealer on the shade 2W Beige. We're gonna go in with a little bit on the lids. I'm not gonna be using no eye primer. On the nose, I like to apply a little bit right here. It makes the lips look plumpy. And right here. I'm gonna start blending right here by my chin, and I'm gonna be leaving my under eyes for last. The same brush that I used to blend my concealer, I'm gonna be blending this, my nose. Bring the concealer down to right here, to the tip of your nose, and then you're gonna bring it up. I always like to grab a little bit and bring it down on the side of my nose. When I apply the concealer to contour my nose, that's what's gonna give my nose the definition that I need. For my eyes, you already know that I'm going to be setting them with my Pomegranate powder. I'm going to be using the translucent because the shade that I have in the Tom Ford, it's a little bit darker. And I like my under eye really bright. Before I apply any powder, I'm going to go back with my brush, make sure I don't have no creases. And then I'm going to set it. Now for my under eyes, I like to grab the powder, have it ready on my brush, and then that's what I do. Go back, make sure I don't have no creases. If you apply powder on top of creases, forget about it. After we already have one side ready, we're gonna start blending the other eye. If you took too long or you feel that the concealer dried up a little bit too much for your liking, wet your brush with a little bit of your setting spray and you're gonna be okay. If you suffer from smile lines and they be creasing a lot, grab your translucent powder, but try to get one that is completely white. I like this one from Jeffree Star, from the shade Translucent, and for this, I like to use a powder puff. Like that. And apply a bunch of powder right on top. I also like to apply a little bit right here to light up this little area right here on my cubist bone and make the lips look bigger. But I'm going to be using this one from Westman Atelier. I'm using my Scott Barn. This is the 65. Me personally, I like to apply my contour a little bit past my ear. You see how the tip of my ear is right here? So technically, I'm supposed to apply right here, which that's where my bone is at. But I like to go a little bit on top because it lifts my face a little bit more. You already know that my brows are microbladed, so I don't really have to do much to it. But I'm going to be using this from Cosas. This is the Airbrush Tint. And I'm just going to run this product through my brows to just give it a little bit of color. Let me tell you that microblading your eyebrows, it is one of the best investments that you can ever do in your life. It saves you so much time, so much headaches, and if you're here in Miami, you have the best of the best, so let me know. For my nose, I'm going to be using this palette from Wayne. I like this shade for nose contour because of the gray undertone I got, and I'm using my Morphe E62 brush, which is so good. I like to go from here up and I like to bring it inside of my brows to give it more of a natural finish. I'm going to be using this Morphe M0 brush. This comes in a nose contour set. And I'm just going to do a little bit of blending. I'm not going to completely blend it all the way out yet. I just want to diffuse the color a little bit so it doesn't end up patchy. And I'm going to be using this palette from Jacqueline Hills. I think this is the lightest one, if I'm not mistaken. With the same brush that I was just blending my nose, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this shade, which is the light banana. And I'm going to stamp it right here on the side of my nose to brighten things up a little bit. Hi, I thought I was recording and I wasn't. I was telling you that I'm going to be using my baby from Tom Ford on the shade Gold Dust. Every time I have a special event, I grab this baby. I know it's not going to let me down. Look at this. Look how pretty this looks. Like, this bronzer screams party like. And I'm using it with the Tom Ford brush. And I just like to stamp it going up. Look how delicious that looks. It got the perfect glow to make your skin look healthy. It's not gonna... I just love it. I like to bring it down my neck. And if you feel like you want a little bit ham, go in with a big old powder brush and just diffuse it right on top. Now let's remove this powder. And we're gonna blend a little bit up and down. Make sure you don't blend your nose contour all the way or you did all this for nothing. I know I'm gonna be out all night. I use a little bit of this powder from Charlotte Tilbury on the shade 1 with this brush. This brush is a workhorse. I know you see me using this brush all the times in literally like all my videos, and I use it for under eye powder, for my lids, to clean my contour. If you don't have this brush, it's a must-have. And I just stamp it right here on top of my pores. That's all I'm gonna do, just right there. I'm gonna be using Hermes. This is the shade Rose 10, and this is also their brush. Right here on my nose. Now let's go in with highlighter. I'm gonna be using this one from Hermes, and this is a duo in the brush from Hourglass. Settle, but I want you to be able to see it at the same time. You have a bone right here on your face. That's where you're gonna end up your highlighter. You're gonna actually apply. You see this bone that we have right here on the face? It's kind of sticking out, that bone right there. That's where you're gonna end up your highlighter. You're gonna apply highlighter right on top of the bone because that's gonna be the way when I'm facing you or you're facing somebody, they are gonna be able to see your highlighter. You don't want your highlighter only right here in the back of it. I'm using my Morphe M431 to highlight the bridge and the peak of my nose. A little trick to make your lips look bigger. Grab a little bit of highlighter and create a crust right here on top of your cupid's bow. Alright, so this is the look that we're gonna be doing for Thanksgiving, and I'm with it. I really love it, and let me show you what palette I used to create this look. I'm using a Morphe palette. This been one of my favorite Morphe palettes since day one. This is the 3502, and look at this baby. This is screaming Thanksgiving, fall. This is actually one of my favorite palettes for fall season. With my Makeup by Ariel brush, this is the A11. I'm gonna be using the shade 10. It is this one right here. And this is gonna be my transition shade. I'm gonna use this shade to smooth out whatever little creases I have on my eye. You already know the process. And I'm gonna build it up. You do have to build the shades up though. But I love the fact that they don't have no fallout. They're so smooth. I'm gonna be blending this shade right here by the side of my nose. I'm kind of connecting it with my nose contour. By doing this, you're gonna get a more natural definition. With the 820, I'm gonna be picking up the shade Fire. Look at this pretty pinky, reddish, orangey shade. And I'm gonna start by laying this shade right here on my outer V. And I'm gonna be building it up on my crease. Look how pigmented it is. And then we're gonna blend it. With my classic crease from Sonia G, a blending brush, I'm gonna be blending the edges of the orangey, super soft, and slow circular motions. I don't want to blend the color out, so make sure you go in slow. Take your time until you diffuse these edges. The first brush that we used, the 811, I just wiped it off. I'm gonna go in with this first shade, which is the lightest shade of the palette. And I'm gonna use it to blend the edges right here by my brow bone. I'm now with the brush 820, and I am wiping my brushes in between shades, just so you know. I'm gonna pack it right here on my outer V. My classic crease from Sonia G. I don't have anything on the brush, whatever I had left from when I was blending. And I'm gonna use it really quick to diffuse the edges of the shade that I choose to apply. Back with the shade Fire, and I'm gonna pack the shade in the brush because we need a lot. And I'm gonna pack it right here next to Chestnut. I'm gonna flip my brush, and with the clean side, I'm gonna make a transition between these two shades. Back with my blending brush, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna blend the edges. With the brush 820, I'm gonna be picking up this shade right here, and I'm gonna pack it right here on my outer V. I'm gonna go back with my big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna pick up the lightest shade, and we're gonna use it to blend everything right here for the last time. Slow. I'm barely touching my skin. How beautiful that looks. With my flat definer from Sonia G, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the shade 10, and I'm gonna apply it on my lower lash. The same brush, we're gonna go in with Fire. I'm gonna apply it right on top of 10. With the same brush, I'm picking up a little bit of Chestnut, and I'm gonna apply this shade right on top of my lower lash. I just applied a little bit of this liner from Natasha Denona. Any brown eyeliner is gonna do the job. You don't need this one. I applied a little bit of mascara on my lower lash already, and now with my jumbo blender from Sonia G, I did wet it a little bit. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It is a shimmery orangey bronze shade. It's called Rustic, and we're gonna apply it in the inner part of my eye. I'm gonna go back with my fluffy brush, and I'm just using it to diffuse these edges right here. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of fire with the brush 820, and I'm gonna use it to create a transition between the shimmery shade and fire. Alright, so this is where it's at. The eye look is completely done. You can just leave it like this, apply mascara, put some lashes on, whatever you want. It's beautiful. I love it. But I wanted a little bit more glitter, some sparkles, I don't know, something more like me. And the Morphe palette doesn't really have that. So I went into this Vanity Makeup palette and I picked up a little bit of this shade. This is the sparkle shade that they have, whatever. With the same brush that I was using to apply the orangey, I didn't even wipe it off. You don't have to. Just pick up a little bit of this if you have this palette. If you don't have the palette and you still want to apply a little bit of glitter, use whatever glitter you have. I'm just stamping it right here on top. You see, it's not that much of a difference, but it is making the look a little bit extra. With my Sigma inner corner brush, I'm going to be mixing this shade and a little bit of this one for my tear duct. What I forgot to do before, clean my contour. I'm going to be going in with this palette from Jaclyn Hill again and my Sonia G brush. And I'm going to pick up a good amount of this light banana shade. That much. See how nice this brush is? Let it sit there for like 2 minutes, and not longer than that because the powder does dry up and it stays patchy. Let's contour the lips really quick with this palette from Wayne. And because if you know me, you know that my favorite lipstick is this one, Velvet Affair from Lisa Eldridge, and that's what we're going to be using right now. You can leave the lipstick like this, matte, if you want, or you can apply the gloss right on top. It's up to you if you have both of them. I recommend you to buy both of them, to be honest with you. Sometimes I want it matte and sometimes I don't. I'm gonna leave it matte. I think it looks a little bit more elegant, just like this. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this look? Give me a thumbs up if you like it, where you wear it out. Be safe, and I love you all so damn much, to the moon and back. And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope now you are considering subscribing and staying with me forever and ever. So go down below and click the little red button and make sure your notification bell is on so YouTube can notify you every time I upload new videos. Mwah! See you on the next one.